Hello there. Kyle Katarn here, and it is Wednesday, my droids. Time for Comics with Katarn. Ricky Richie, Jiggly Jelly, Kinnison is cool, Laser Killer. Thank you for joining me. We've got a lot of High Republic stuff today. 2 High Republic Adventures releases, and then Dr Aphra number 16. First we got Adventures number 10 here, dealing with the origin story of Court and his mask. Oh, Navig has subscribed. Thank you. Appreciate that. Got Story of Court with his mask here, followed by the final issue of Monster at Temple Peak by Kavan Scott and Rachel Stott. That's right, the Gretelax, it turns out, did something nasty, and Ty Yorick found out. We don't know what it is yet, but she's pissed. So I want to know what happens there, too. And then finally, we've got Dr. Aphra, number 16, by Alyssa Wong and Minkyu Jung. More Aphra and Domina Tag action. Fingers crossed. I hope so. But first, High Republic Adventures by Daniel Jose Alder and Tony Bruno. I've really been enjoying this series a lot. Star Wars, the High Republic Adventures. Chaos on Taco Donna. After the Nile have attacked the Jedi Temple, the Padawans must face them once again. Overwhelmed and outnumbered, the heroes are backed into a corner. Back Together and Away, Part 3. Written by Daniel Jose Alder, art by Tony Bruno. Let's go. Kinnison, thank you. Yeah, it happened late last night during a Katarn Squadron stream. We finally hit those quadruple digits. It's all up from here. Jedi Temple, Taco Donna. Then. Very good, Court. Do you want to try it without your skull helmet on? Oh, I don't think so. Very well. Only you will know when you're ready. Sav, Yoda's here. Thanks for coming, Master Yoda. You know I'm no good with kids. Keep saying that, you do. Evidence suggests otherwise, though, Yeah. Listen, kiddo. Be nice to Master Yoda, even when he tries your nerves like he loves to try mine. I know a thing or two about fancy headgear myself, so I told him to let you keep your skull helmet on. Don't let anyone make fun of you for it. But also don't dismember them if they do, okay? This is good advice. Honestly, if I got to show up to my first day of school with a badass skull helmet, I probably would have made more friends. I would have made friends with a kid who shows up in a skull helmet, definitely. When it's time, when you're ready, you will know. That's all that matters. Court's very lucky to have like a nurturing presence like Sav, even though he's like leaving right now. We know that Yoda is very good with younglings, and he's probably gonna, bake him some nice treats and just be generally nice. It's such like first day of school vibes, isn't it? Like Court doesn't want to go with this weird scary Jedi guy, and they're all waving to him from like this is like the bus stop, It's adorable. Sav and Maz are both just like, bye, have fun. Jedi Temple, Taco Donna, now. The Nile will be here any minute. Oh my god, my mask is broken. Shit. Your cousin Vinny at it again. Thank you, my friend. No, what are you gonna do? Oh, Court, this is your big test. Especially since the mask has been broken off of him before he's ready, He didn't choose this timing. All Nile strikes. Let's finish off the survivors. This is dope. I've said it before, and I'll say it many more times. Every time we see like the Nile craft on their way down through the atmosphere to attack a planet, I get such strong vibes of the Reavers from Firefly, and Serenity. That's what it makes me think of. Is it the Jim Carrey mask? Smoker. That would be amazing. No, Court has a He's like the Star Wars equivalent of a Cubone, basically, from Pokemon. And he's not thrilled that his mask is broken now. Oh, Sav, this is no time for power nap. Get up. Get up, old man. Dope. Totally Reaver vibes, though, right? Like, where they have the big, like, spike things that go flying, and they got washed while he was sitting there. Like, this looks like the thing that fires the spikes to me. When it's time, when you're ready, you will know. Yeah, Sav, call your saber. I like how his saber's it's very simple, too. In the High Republic, in this time when, like, everyone's got, like, fancy gold and inlays and this and that, this is, like, a straight, very, you know, form follows function kind of design. And that's not really typical in this era. Everyone has fancy stuff. That's all that matters.
I'm ready.
Oh, that's not Court. Never mind. This is young Sav, probably. He's remembering his own. I am ready. Dope. Just jumping up. What's going on right now? Maz's temple is being attacked by the Nile. Yeah. Oh shit, he's cutting through the floor of the... That's awesome. Look at this blaster. This like prototype E11 right here. Must be like an E1. Yeah, too slow. He's already in there. Ah! What the cart just happened? No idea. We should probably shoot it or something. Ah! Just wrecking these guys. All Nile strikes! Take down that ship! Take down that... Ah! Oh my god, look at him go. Not again! Oh, man. Kid takes after the weird, force-sensitive old lady that found him. Which one? Both. Come in, Maz. This is Bims. Are you all okay over there? We're all right, Bims. What's the situation at my castle? The Nile fighters here are retreating. We'll send reinforcements across the lake. Hang on. Ow! That's definitely a Wilhelm scream. Look at that. Wow! Nah, I think we've got the Nile pretty much handled over here. But do send some medic units and recovery droids. We don't know how many injured we have, and there's some precious relics in the rubble. Will do, Maz. Yeah, that stuff is gone, Maz. Aren't you even upset your temple was blown up? I only came over for calf dates and slumber parties, and even I'm kind of upset about it. And nothing bothers me. Do you know how hard it was to get that place heated up? And the cobwebs. Stars, what a mess. If we ever capture that air kit girl, remind me to thank her. Just like always thinking on the positive, just silver linings. You know what? Hey, it gives us an opportunity to build an even nicer castle. You Jedi are so maddening sometimes, I swear. Say, you think I could crash at the castle for a little bit? I want to see someone craft a blaster on screen. Absolutely, that would be dope. Jiggly, you talk about Sav's goggles? Oh, you're talking about these ones right here, probably. Goggles are like an innately Star Wars thing. You add goggles and a jumpsuit to a uniform, it's immediately a Star Wars outfit. That was dope. That was awesome. Some intensity in those eyes. Oh my god, it was Court the whole time and I just didn't even... Court, your face.
Hi. My
friends! Yay! And all of a sudden he can speak basic because his mask is gone. Because that I don't quite understand that, but I'll take it. Man, I honestly thought that Court was just gonna stay like a an unintelligible character, and just let that be like part of what his character was. But I like that he can now speak. You know. Enter. You have a lot of nerve coming here. Half my squad got captured on Takodana, and you were... I was busy doing single-handedly what all your mighty warriors couldn't manage together. That was you that blew up the Jedi Temple. It was your plan all along, wasn't it, Sabata? To fake defect with your sisters and sabotage them from the inside? Once I realized Barine didn't have the guts to be Nile, I figured I'd use it to our advantage. I'm just sad I wasn't able to take her out with the temple. Well, there's plenty of time for that still. The Eye has something very special planned. The power of facial expression, right? Together, Sabata Krill, we will destroy the Republic and their Jedi dogs. To be continued. Oh, Sabata, why'd you do it? I mean, we know why you did it, but why? Did you have to be so predictable? Even with, like, they established it when we first met these two sisters, they were like, they're probably undercover Nile. That's what everyone says. Well, sometimes it sucks to be right. Oh my god, what is this? What is going on here? Why does buckets of blood look so terrifying? That is not something you want to see racing towards you. And I feel like all of them are chasing him. It's not like he's leading a charge here. They're after him. His eyes are all white, and he's just looking real spooky. Part 11. Right, well, I can't wait. Oh, Zach, no worries. Actually, something pretty funny happened in Squad News last night. After you took off, we were in the middle of a match, and my computer just decided to restart itself. And then start installing Windows updates. Just out of nowhere. That's quite the reveal. I was, yeah. I really did like, Court's look with the skull mask. I thought it was dope that he was, like, Space Cubone, but... Gonna have to get used to a whole new face for this character now, you know? And a whole new way of speaking, too. I hope this doesn't mean that his friendship with Geode is left in the dust, because Court and Geode were always like really good friends because they weren't necessarily understood by the rest of the group. You know, that's kind of what I got out of their dynamic. That's probably like part of the basis of their friendship. So hopefully Geode isn't all lonely now that Court can like hold up his end of a conversation and go hang out with everybody. You know, I know that's not really the case, but. Star Wars Adventures Annual 21, huh? Oh, Jackson. Wait, if he's a Leppy, what are these just rabbits? What? Oh man. All right, what else we got here? Some more High Republic action. I think we might actually be reading these in chronological order for once, which is kind of cool. Goofy and Pluto situation, totally. Well, yeah, it's one of those big mysteries, you know? Like, he's a dog, but so is he, but he wears a leash and lives in a doghouse, and he drives a car and goes to work. Like, Star Wars, The High Republic Adventures by Kavan Scott. Art by Rachel Stott. So, Ty Yorick is in this cave with the nosy kid, and it turns out that the Gretalax, the big monster that lives in there, committed an act that Ty Yorick has decided is absolutely terrible, and it was a big cliffhanger ending, and I really want to know what the damn Gretalax did, so we are going to jump into this. Vinny, the whole Pluto Goofy thing, yeah, that's a whole thing. It's bothered a lot of people for years. It's definitely given me some thought. Jake, hello there. You got here just in time for the Monster of Temple Peak. Part 4 of 4. So this is the conclusion. Ty York looking cool as ever with the badass saber hilt. She's got one of those. It's like the Malgus style saber. It's like even with the blade turned off, you could probably kill a guy just with this handle. And that's what I look for in a saber. Oh, that's awesome. You joined a D&D club? Dude, that's you can have so much fun playing D&D. Like, honestly, sky's the limit if you got a good imagination. And if you got a good DM, yeah, great times. Love D&D. Star Wars: The High Republic. Adventures. The Monster of Temple Peak. Alright, spill the tea, Ty. I want to know what happened. Chapter 4. Bones of a Jedi.
Hello? Who's there?
Who do you expect, Table?
Layton. What are you doing here?
Discussing our monster hunter. Oh, Gungan alert. We got a Gungan. I love it. We do not get to see enough Gungans in the new contemporary canon stuff, so this is dope. I'm very happy. We got a Gungan. We got a Syrian. We got an Athorian back there. What I can only assume is a human. This is a nice bunch. Discussing our monster hunter. No one's heard anything from Ty Yorick since she went up the mountain. We've no idea if she's dealt with the Gretalax or not.
We need to give her time.
Do we? I expected the beast's head at my feet by now. We're paying enough for her services. Oh, it's a clatter. What's that? It came from down here. Draw your weapons.
Well, no one should be back here. It isn't safe.
It won't be for whoever's sneaking around. Man, calm down, dude. There's no sign of anyone. Check the cage.
The cage? What is going on here?
It's all right. The locks are secure. Not for long. What? Wait, what is happening? The Elder King, hello there. You didn't miss much. I just finished with the High Republic issue number 10, and now we've just started Monster Temple Peak number 4. And I think that everyone's about to get jumped by the Gretalax. Oh, nope, by Ty herself. Oh, shit. Yorick, have you done it? Have you killed the monster? No. Because the real monsters are in this cave.
What do you mean?
You told me the Gretalax attacked your village. I should have asked why. Stand away from that cage. How about no? They, like, abducted the Gretalax's babies or something? What did they do? No! Don't open it! Ishitib, nice. Why? Because of this? The Gretalax isn't just one creature, it's two. The Greta up in the mountain, and the Lax in your cage. Together they are whole, one balancing the other, capturing the Lax, separating them. It wasn't just cruel, it was agony.
What did I tell you, Layton? This is wrong, all of it!
Shut up, Taple. You should have listened to him before, Layton. You should have listened to him, Layton, before you hired me to clean up your mess. And this is where you take me down, is it? The scary monster hunter with her glowing sword? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty scared of Ty York. I wouldn't fuck with that. Trust me, you don't want that. No. No, I don't. Ah! Oh, she got stunned. Good shooting, Taple.
You didn't have to hit me so hard.
Needed a distraction, didn't we? Secure the animal. And the hunter, too. We don't want any more surprises. No. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Cleus,
You can fight this. Oh, that's right. With the Yellow Sages all just like taking over his mind because he went and touchy-feely with the artifacts. You're not supposed to do that.
Jedi, 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 Jedi.
Just evil voices.
Ty, I'm scared. There's no need. I can't sense anything. There's nothing here. Of course there is. It's in my head. I can hear its voice. Whatever you're hearing, whatever is doing this to you, it's not real. It's another trap to protect the shrine's secrets. An echo of the cultists that used to worship here. Liar! What are you doing? Stop it!
Uh-oh.
Why should I? Jedi.
It's a yellow soothsaber, and now it ignites.
Cleus, you're a Jedi too.
Not anymore. This is all your fault. You should have stopped me.
I tried.
Not hard enough.
I'm loving the art in the clash, like how it's showing all the spark, the flash of all the different colors coming together. It's dope.
Why not? Don't do this. You should have made me listen to our masters. You should have warned me what would happen.
Cleus, stop! 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 Ty?
Oh, fuck. So, no wonder she's so cut up about it. Oh my god.
Cleus. Oh, stars, no. Cleus. What is this? Leighton.
Ah, so you're awake. Good. Wait, seriously? You've got her, like, suspended over some, like, Bond villain device? Come on, man. I don't expect you to talk, Miss Yorick. I expect you to die. They've gone full-on Bond villain at this point. I'm surprised at you, Mr. Gungan. Of course, this like the Thorian and Syrians, they're shady as fuck. They can get their hands dirty, but what are you doing here, man? Gungans are supposed to be honorable. I would not say it's a Sith color. I don't think so. I think that pink and purple are closer. Like, well, in the expanded universe, they were full on Jedi colors, but also in the Old Republic era, you do see a couple purple blades in the hands of Sith. So, I don't know. You could go either way with that one.
What are you doing? Release me!
Can't do that, I'm afraid. You see, you were right. We didn't tell you everything. The Gretalax is the reason we came to Loreth in the first place. Why else would we settle on such an inhospitable planet?
It's the creature's horns, you see. They're a source of incredible power.
Incredible what? It's alright for you Force users with your abilities, your gifts. The frontier is a dangerous place, and there aren't always Jedi to protect us.
Oh shit, they're kind of like doing like a different version of Cortosis, where they're trying to imbue people with Force powers, using the horns of this Gretalax.
But we don't need the Jedi anymore. I found texts from eons ago, telling me how to make a potion from Gretalax horn. A potion that will make us strong enough to protect the planet from anyone.
That's why you wanted me to bring you Greta's head? That's why you kidnapped its mate? I've never heard so much nonsense in my life. Not that it matters, as you don't have the Gretalax.
No. We have something better. The bones of a Jedi should make a powerful replacement. Even a loner like you.
But that's where you're wrong, Leighton. You and your idiot followers. I'm not a Jedi. And I'm not alone. Awesome. Hell yeah, she was able to call them skittering up to the surface using the symbiotic, like, force relationship on the planet.
Rockweavers!
They're all alarmed, but the Thorian here is, like, full-on panicking already. Look at him. He's like, oh shit, I didn't sign on for this. Totally. The name's Yorick. Ty Yorick. Freeze frame. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. She's, like, dangling.
How does this work? How does this work? Yes!
Oh man, that's hilarious. I can't believe it's taken like 40 plus years for us to get this moment. We've never seen like a civilian being like, how the fuck do you turn this thing on? Like, Han Solo figures it out in about 10 seconds. That's funny. Now! Ah! No one touches Ty's saber. Isn't that right, boss? I just have to say, his posture here is hilarious. I love it when they when they depict like a big burly dude with like a very like, oh my goodness kind of like pose. It's too funny. No one touches Ty's saber. Isn't that right, boss? Don't push it, kid. Awesome. So much for the settlers. The Rockweavers aren't so bad once you get to know them. Shame the same can't be said for Leighton. Where is he? Ah, yeah, good point. I think he got away. No, I must have gone the wrong way. That's an understatement. What are you gonna do? Kill me? No, I never take sentient life. Ty? Not if I can help it. Oh man, like her baggage makes so much sense when you know like the full extent of this memory, like what she had to do. It's horrifying. But I can't speak for my friend. Yes. You want the Gretelax, buddy? You got him. Oh, stars! I'm sorry. It was wrong. I know that. I should never have taken your mate. Please, don't hurt me. I think we've heard enough, eh, Druin? What? More than enough. It's a good thing the Rockweavers found Ty's combat on the mountain. How's it going, KL? Broadcasting the pathetic little Rustweevil as we speak. I wonder what Leighton Town will think of their leader now. I'm so sorry. It was wrong. I know that. I should never have taken your mate. Please don't hurt me. What are you gonna do with me? Nothing. You've done enough yourself. That's great. Because, yeah, Ty has her ideals, and they are far stronger than, like, any sense of either justice or revenge. She's not going to take this guy's life. Even though he very clearly almost took hers. He wanted to literally grind her bones to, like, make some Force bread. She can claim that she's not a Jedi. But what else could you call this act of walking away and, like, allowing him to, like, hoist himself by his own petard, and she has nothing to do with it? Like, that is what the Jedi do. So maybe Ty's not willing to admit that she's a Jedi, but she's definitely a Jedi deep down. It's the whole Ahsoka situation all over again. She upholds the ideals and the morals. She only isn't one in name. So that's it? It's over? Not yet. Yeah, you gotta get Greta and Lax back together. I'm glad the Rockweavers turned out to be friendly, but still, fuck those things. Like, honestly, they're creepy to look at. Yeah, a lot like Ahsoka, exactly. There's still time for a reunion. Oh. It's lovely. It's like, what's happening? I think they're healing each other. Before the real work begins. The girl. Her name's Pela. She was trying to stop everyone from hurting the Gretelax. Myself included. Hi. Hello. What have I missed? Seriously. And that's it? You're leaving? Nothing to keep me here. Especially now that Pela and the others have promised to live peacefully with the Gretelax. It's just a shame we're not going to get paid. Shut up, KL. Lovely. And what about me? I'm coming with you, right? Or do you have to consult your stones? You know, maybe it's time I started making decisions for myself. Here, you have them. Think of them as a parting gift. But you're a good kid, but I work better on my own. It's safer for everyone. Poor Ty. She so clearly hasn't forgiven herself for what happened. What happened to Cleus?
But where will I go? Why have you got to go anywhere? Sorry? Ty tells me you need a home, and we need more people, now more than ever. What do you say?
Ty just like blasts off as soon as his back is turned. She's like, all right, I'm out, before he gets a chance to say anything else.
Looks like I don't have much choice.
Come on, there are worse places to be. You could have brought him with us, you know. I'm not talking about it. You worked well together. Do your audio sensors need returning? You'll never change. That's the general idea. Now we're gonna need a new job. Probably more than one. What have you got, Chloe? What did you call me? I need to train. Let me know when something comes up. Absolutely, will do. Here goes nothing. Beep. Beep, 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 beep. Huh? Hello? You still have the comm, bud. Excellent. KL? Is that you? Keep your voice down. I just wanted to make sure we're still in touch. You do? Why? Because, and I know this is hard to believe, Ty Yorick doesn't always know best. Do you still want her to train you?
More than anything.
Then maybe we should find a way for the two of you to bump into each other again. Accidentally, of course.
Won't she be cross?
Oh, she'll be furious. But that's half the fun. Oh, KL, you are quite the meddlesome companion droid. That's hilarious, though. This droid's like, you know what? Ty Yorick doesn't always know best, and I think that these two would make a good pair. I mean, does KL understand that what happened between Ty and Cleus? Is that something that Ty Yorick has kept to herself? Because if it's something that she's kept to herself, then I understand KL not really understanding why she's so hesitant to take the kid along. Because she hasn't forgiven herself for what she did to Cleus, even though it's so not her fault. I like, that whole thing, like, that baggage needs to be let go of, and she has to find a way to have a resolution for that before she can take on a Padawan. So, I don't know if KL realizes what else he's going to be asking of her. But Ty Yorick will return, and I can't wait. Ty Yorick is a dope character. Here we go again with Goofy and a bunch of Plutos. Come on, Jackson. What are you doing? All right. And now we are jumping forward a couple centuries in time to Dr. Aphra, number 16. Yeah, Elder King, I like the team up too. I'm down. The kids got it where it counts. And I really enjoyed the story of the Gretel Axe itself. I think Monster at Temple Peak, just in general, was a really solid little story, and I can't wait for more Ty Yorick action. All right, Star Wars, Dr. Aphra 16, by Alyssa Wong and Minkyu Jung. Resurrections. It's such a cool cover. I love it. Domina Tag just has this look on her face like, these are my playthings. Sana, Lucky, Aphra, everyone's dropping their blasters, and like the game board, the chessboard, if you will, got the Crimson Dawn logo. Like, it's very much still going to be tying into Crimson Reign. Can't wait. I don't think the Doc's on the bad side of anyone yet. I think she's about to get caught between Kira and Tag, though. That's my prediction. Rogue archaeologist Dr. Aphra and smuggler Sana Staros are working for Domina Tag. The job? Infiltrate the most dangerous place in the galaxy, an auction hosted by Resurgence crime syndicate Crimson Dawn. After getting captured, imprisoned, and staging a breakout, Aphra and Sana barely escape by surviving an encounter with the Thought Dowser, an ancient piece of Ascendant technology. The Thought Dowser was awesome and horrifying. Aphra puts it on, and using the power of suggestion just gets everyone to stab the fuck out of it. It was awful. And it really reminded me of the Sith Warrior class story in Star Wars The Old Republic, when Darth Barris uses, I think it's called the Ravager. It's the device, and he places it on the forehead of that Republic spy and gets him to divulge his secrets, and it's like just mental torture. It even looked kind of like that. It's like a little Loki horn looking deal that you stick on the forehead, and it looked similar to the thought dowser that Aphra holds in her hands in this issue. We've got Shelly, we've got Lucky, Sanastaros, and Ariel Yu. I have no problem with Ariel. I think that these three should be the dream team. I'm done with Lucky. The Inquisitor, Tag Corporation HQ, Tag Space. Sit. Get your hands off me. Sierra Folsom. Packaging Assistant, Assistant Packaging and Fulfillment Manager, Division H14, Corfo 2 Branch. 7 years with the Tag Corporation. The previous 2 promotion requests were denied. Your charges are unauthorized use of company resources for personal communication, theft of company intellectual property, and espionage. How do you plead? Laban. You can't convict me of anything. This isn't a court. No, this is a performance review. Our internal investigation turned up multiple termination-worthy offenses, including, according to your decrypted messages, your concurrent employment by Crimson Dawn. That certainly qualifies as a violation of our non-compete clause, wouldn't you say? Domina Tag, head of Tag Corp. You're going to tell me the names of your handler and all your contacts. And if you're very good, I'll turn you over to Imperial Justice afterward instead of bankrupting your family for generations with contract breach fees. You want more from me? For 7 years I gave Tag Corp everything. 7 years of my life, my health, my overtime, everything. And I got nothing in return. At least Crimson Dawn cares about me. Whoa, you're making an attempt on the big bad Tag herself? Nah, it's not gonna work. If that were true, they wouldn't have sent you after me. Nice. Lady Domina, are you all right? I'm fine, Laban, thank you. Sierra was a mediocre employee. It's no surprise that she was a mediocre assassin as well. Bring in the next spy for interrogation. I'd like to get some useful information before this board meeting this afternoon. Corellia. Ow! Watch it with the extractors.
Yeah. Sorry, Miss,
Doctor.
Those electro tattoos are completely blown out. Yeah. Shorted, cooked, zipped and zapped.
Are those technical terms?
Uh-huh.
I get it. How much would it cost to fix them?
Oh, fix them? No way. Impossible. They're junk now. Bad circuitry in your arm. Want me to cut them out of your arm? That'll be 100 credits.
What? No.
You drive a hard bargain. 50 credits, yeah.
We're leaving. Damn it. I was hoping Merle would come through. We could always go back to Tay Goal. Tay isn't half as good a slice doc as Merle. If Merle can't fix my arm, I don't know anyone who can. I'll bet Domina Tag does. Are you trying to get me killed, Sana? If Domina finds out I'm broken, I'm a liability, she'll get rid of me. There are plenty of things wrong with you, but at least your electro tattoo is fixable. The Tags are rich and powerful, and Domina made her fortune developing cutting-edge tech for the Empire. I'm sure she has the best surgeons and slicers on retainer. She's using you. Might as well use her to get what's yours. Yeah, I mean, like, that is some solid advice. You're starting to sound like me. It was inevitable. You're my favorite manipulative little monster. No. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just, I've survived this long by being useful to powerful people. First Vader, then the Rebellion for a little while, Vader again, now Domina. Same thing, different faces. Powerful people are dramatic, and we're all just pieces in their little games. See cover art. That's why it's important to have insurance. If there's one thing I've learned from living under a tyrant's thumb, is that things always go screwy eventually. Canto bite.
Halt! Hey, you can't just...
Where is he? Whoa! Just Lucky.
You'll have to be more specific, Lucky.
When Delphus. Leader of the Sixth Kin. That's right, this fucking guy. Don't play games with me. Where is Pack?
Perhaps your little brother is at one of the casinos. Or perhaps, we have misplaced him. Many things have been misplaced lately, it seems. Our trust, our subjects' loyalties.
Ariel and I completed your mission. We tracked Galen Cray down at Crimson Dawn's auction just like you asked us to. He practically raised us, and we killed him. For you.
Is that so? That is not what Ariel told us.
What?
So one of you is lying to us, and we do not tolerate liars in the Sixth Kin.
Yeah, you did not walk in here with a plan, did you, Lucky? I'd never lie to you. I have nothing to gain. I'm in this to keep Pax safe. You know that. But Ariel's only in it for himself, and we both know he'd love to take me down. He's never gotten over that broken heart. You and Ariel can sort yourselves out. I'm going to find my brother. Next time, call me next time you need someone killed.
You insolent! Let him pass. The bait has been set. Now to wait for a bite.
What the hell, Ariel? We both know what happened back on Jakara. I have to say, this is not the first time that we've met Wendelphus, but after having played a little bit more SWTOR, I know it's not a species reference or anything, but the face with that creepy long mouth and all the teeth really makes me think of the Dread Masters of Oricon from Star Wars The Old Republic. Like, if you just saw this little panel, this skinny panel right here with no context, wouldn't you be like, oh, that could be Dreadmaster Bronte, you know? I like it. I like when you see, like, just visual similarities, and sometimes they're totally coincidental, but it's nice to notice them, you know? Zach, yeah. For a guy named Lucky, he's not very lucky, and that's, I'm sure, the whole point. We both know what happened back on Jakara. The Vermilion, Crimson Dawn's fortress flagship, Jakara, a few days ago. This isn't how you thought it would go, is it? Lay down your weapons before we make this worse for yourselves. You still won't let me kill them? That won't be necessary, Deathstick. Yes, Lady Kira. So, you're Cray's proteges. He speaks highly of you. I'll admit, based on his stories, I was expecting far better behavior than you displayed at my party tonight. My name is Kira, but I assume you figured out who I am. Why don't we talk inside? I believe we have much to discuss. Look at her coming out here all like open arms, like, hey, welcome to the party, guys. She really does the, like the sidle up and smile. Smiling assassin, that's what it's called. That's what Kira is. She's a smiling assassin. So friendly and welcoming, but like, ready to give her guards the one hand motion it'll take to kill you dead. The Inquisitor. Incredible! This necklace contains in-depth intelligence about Black Sun's inner workings, operations, and personnel. This kind of information could bring an organization to its knees. You stole this from a Black Sun member turned Crimson Dawn operative? Sure did. Yeah, in the ladies' room too. It was hilarious. Aphra. Yeah? Good job. You did very well. No one's ever told me I did a good job. Oh, don't be weird about it. Look at her. She's like a little schoolgirl. And Sana's instantly annoyed. She's instantly annoyed that someone else that Aphra's perceiving prey from another attractive woman that isn't her. Like, this data confirms my suspicions. Crimson Dawn has infiltrated several major organizations, from Black Sun to several of our competitors. Unfortunately, there isn't enough specific information to determine the identity of each mole. Not yet, anyway. However, I find this thought dowser you discovered aboard the Vermilion quite intriguing. Tell me about it, and the Ascendant. Yes, please, I want to know more about this too. The thought dowser was just one of many tools the Ascendant made while they were around. Its effects are intoxicating. Can't recommend it. Yeah, it's like... It's one of those feelings that's like so super good that you like try it once and you're addicted forever. Like, Aphra will never touch that thing again. Like, that she's made that clear. But she's probably going to be thinking about the way it felt to hold it in her hand for the rest of her life. Same way Bilbo Baggins and Frodo Baggins, you know? If you hold the ring in your hand and then you give it up and never touch it again, you are going to think about that moment that it was in your grasp for the rest of your days. Power, evil power, is just so intoxicating in that way. And the Ascendant are gone. Have been for hundreds of years. Turns out when you're a cult obsessed with malevolent technology and replicating the effects of the Force, ancient Jedi and Sith have a personal interest in your extinction. Kill the competition and all that. Now that's a very interesting parallel that we are talking about how the Ascendant are bent on replicating the effects of the Force in a technological manner right after reading Monster at Temple Peak, where the Gretel-Axe was being hunted specifically for that same reason, you know? Did the Ascendant succeed in replicating the Force? I mean, I don't think that's possible. But the Ascendant made a lot of dark, nasty artifacts before they bit the dust. The Jedi destroyed most of their work, but once in a while one will pop up in a smuggling network. Most of the time it's counterfeit. When it isn't, people tend to turn up dead and the artifact goes missing. The Thought Dowser was the first one I'd seen in person, but when I used it, it felt wrong, like it was infecting me. Intriguing. I'd like to study the damage it did to your body. Yeah, I bet you'd like to study her body. Who is taking it? Is this simply the person who... No, because look, it's the blast scorch marks. This is totally after she used it. So someone is taking it from the deck of the Vermilion right now. Who the fuck is this? Could it be Luke? Look at that robot hand. Could it be Luke? Luke would totally be like, what the fuck? There's like a Ravager out there? Yeah, I need to go get that and clean that up right quick. Could be. But he's also pretty preoccupied at this time. We've just finished War of the Bounty Hunters. I don't think it's Luke, but I wonder who that is. Intriguing. I'd like to study the damage it did to your body. Actually, I was hoping you'd be able to fix my electro tattoos. Ah, of course. I'll require something from you in return. Bzzz. This is incredible. My tattoos haven't felt this good in ages. Not even when they were brand new. We installed some performance-enhancing upgrades. Your hardware was woefully outdated. You installed new tech without my permission? It was all in the fine print if you'd read the contract. Please tell me you didn't weaponize her. Absolutely not. Time to test out these upgrades. Very cool. Very cool. Coruscant. I really wish breaking and entering wasn't your idea of a good time. And you say I don't take you anywhere nice. I just need a moment to undo his security system. Gotcha. Bzzz. That was so fast. These upgrades are incredible. I'll say, damn, she's basically got like just slicing tech just through the power of touch now. That's awesome. That's a super cool attribute, actually. You really think your acquaintance is going to have information on the Ascendant's artifacts? Taze Somer is the Coruscant Museum's head curator. He's a shady son of a bantha who buys and sells artifacts on the black market to fill his museum's collections. Domino wants an Ascendant artifact, and he's most likely to have one, or know someone who does. That is, if he's even home. Oh, Void. Alright, so the Ravager was already brought to him, and then the black-cloaked person took it from this space. Holy shit. That's... Oh, man. Careful, Aphra. Wait, Sana, I know that shape. It's the Thought Dowser. Except... a different one? If it isn't my favorite archaeologist. I never thought I'd see you again, Aphra. It must be my lucky day. Do we think it's Luke? I think it's Luke. Ah, come on.
Hey, boss. Long time no see.
Tucker? Keyhart? Venters? Song? What are you doing here?
Looking for you.
We're getting the team back together, boss. Look, guys, I'm sorry. I've got a lot on my mind. We can catch up later, but you have to understand. Without an employer, there is no team. And Ronan's dead.
That's the thing, boss. Ronin Tag is back.
What?
Ronin Tag is back.
Somehow, Ronan Tag has returned. What? Oh, man. You know, I do see some Ren resemblance, for sure. Also, like, the Knight of Ren, it could be a connection to whoever that person was that picked up the Thought Dowser. It could be a Knight of Ren. I still think it's Luke. Oh, terrifying. Terrifying. And I would love to get some kind of confirmation from Alyssa Wong. I'm gonna tweet her after the stream and ask her about the Ravager and ask her about the Thought Dowser and whether or not it was inspired by the Ravager from Old Republic. Because that's my theory, and I love it. I think it's an awesome visual. It was a great moment in the story. And yeah, there goes Aphra being gay again. Just like she totally has like a what would you phrase that as? Like a praise kink? She gets a pat on the head from Domina and she's immediately like and I love that Sana hates it. Yeah, I don't think Aphra has ever acted like a normal human being in a scene with Domina Tag. Like it's great. It's someday we'll get our live action Dr. Aphra Sana Staros buddy cop movie on like series on Disney Plus. And what's gonna make or break it will be this chemistry and this dynamic right here. It's not like a will they, won't they. It's a why shouldn't they? Why is it a terrible idea? Please God, don't let it happen again for both their sakes. But you kind of want it to happen anyway. Like, Aphra is like the most entertaining. She's a train wreck, but you can't stop looking. And you kind of want to help, but you also kind of want to see what happens when she's going to hit that next big object on the tracks up ahead. Like, yes, and the fact that she got her tech upgrades, that her tattoos are working again now, like that is dope. She almost has like video game speed of slicing. I wonder if she could stick her finger into a scomp link and let her tattoos do the work, you know? Or if that's like a bridge too far for her slicing. What if it's Dr. Evazan? You mean what if the cloak, the cloaked person, this ring wraith dude is Dr. Evazan? It could be. Does he have a robotic hand? Dr. Evazan's got two regular hands, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah. If it isn't my favorite archaeologist, never thought I'd see you again, Aphra. So it's someone that she knows. She does know Evazan, but she knows Luke. Like, she has met Luke. Screaming Citadel, like it's happened. I don't know Luke's yellow comics saber well enough to be able to spot it on sight, but what do you guys think? Does this look like Luke's saber hilt to you? Holy shit, if it's Magna Tolvin, yeah, if it's Magna Tolvin, I will lose my mind as well. That would be amazing. If it's Magna Tolvin, I don't think that she would be so familiar. I don't think she'd be like my favorite archaeologist. Never thought I'd see you again, because she deleted, you know, in a heartbreaking moment, she deleted Aphra from her memories so that she would be safe when Vader came calling. It could be a blaster. I mean, I guess it could be a blaster. That's a saber hilt. That's for sure to me a saber hilt, but you never know. You're right. His saber guard hilt is white and gold, which means that this is either also an Ascendant artifact that he picked up in this room, or it's just simply not him. The shook sound effect makes me think of Palpatine's like, it's treason then. Shook. Like, blade in sleeve, force pull it into hand. It's a cool move, but that's kind of what I feel like he just did, you know? Also, if it's Luke, why would he bust the saber out? I guess that does make sense because she's not exactly friendly with those characters all the time.
Oh, shit, Holocron. I like that idea. What if Dr. Evazan is the one that brought Ronan Tag back? That would be cool. Oh, you're right, handsome. Jacqueline, thank you. She didn't completely delete her. She just rearranged the memories and included a fake death for Aphra, so she believes Aphra to be dead. Well, if that was the case, I feel like this line of dialogue here would be more along the lines of, holy shit, Aphra, how are you alive? You know? Nevertheless, I guess those would be my two hopes. If it's not Luke, please let it be Magnetolvin. How cool would that be? Yeah, this was great. I really enjoyed this episode really gave us a lot, actually. And I like that we had these subtle parallels with the plot of Monster at Temple Peak, with this artificial imbuing of the Force, and how there's so many different groups throughout galactic history who have been hell-bent on having the Force. Because, honestly, like, I fully get that. I can identify with that a little bit, actually, because think about it this way. If you lived in the Star Wars galaxy, and you were just some regular jack-off, and you didn't have the Force, but your neighbor was a goddamn Jedi, and you watched him, like, float things across the yard all day, yeah, I'd be obsessed with, like, how do I get to do that? It's just simply not fair. Like, I would become obsessed with trying to get the Force somehow. Like, I get it. It's easy for us to be like, sit here on Earth where no one's a Jedi and be like, ah, that's silly. But, like, if you actually are in a society, shoulder to shoulder, with goddamn wizards that can use space telekinesis, like, yeah, it would be a pretty big part of my thinking. Like, how come I don't have powers? So I get it. I'd probably join one of those Force cults. If I wasn't lucky enough to be born a Jedi, you know? Awesome. Well, thank you for watching Comics with Katarn with me today. I hope you enjoyed the comic stream. I definitely had a good time reading them. If you joined us late and did not catch the first part of the stream where I read High Republic Adventures number 10 and Monster at Temple Peak number 4, don't worry. You'll be able to catch the replay on YouTube in the next hour. Excellent. Thanks again. You're right, Aphra was the one that messed with her brain. That's the way it went down. I need to go back and reread some of those early issues. But thank you, everybody, for watching. And as always, may the Force be with you.